We're here for season 7, episode 5 with Mystery Girl. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm glad to finally be here. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Of course, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. We
So-
gotta have you guys on the show too.
Yeah, sometime in the future.
Yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
over break.
Oh, for sure.
So, can you give the origin story of how you got to 89.5 over in Bridgeport?
Okay, so I guess it's not really an interesting story. I basically stumbled in there by accident, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I was doing radio in college. It's always been my thing.
Mhm.
And someone had mentioned, hey, there's this radio station in your city, and you might be interested in it. I'm like, I've never heard of this radio station. What is
Yeah.
it? So I show up there. It's kind of like in a weird location, in the sense of it's right on the UB campus, but it's just
really?
hard to find. So I kind of figured it out, stumbled in there, and was like, hey guys, and they're like, hey, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then it just went from there. I started volunteering there, and then eventually got my own show. And
Yeah. And the rest is
I'm
history.
here. Yes, exactly. The rest is a mystery.
Yeah, ooh, that's nice.
Right.
So, can you talk about Operation Find Mystery Girl a little bit?
Okay, so Find Mystery Girl, it's a hashtag, Find Mystery Girl. I hashtag all my stuff, Find Mystery Girl. My Twitter name is Find Mystery Girl. So it's just a little game. When I go cover festivals or events, we do on Insta story, we'll snap where I am, and if people find me, we'll give them a prize, a t-shirt, whatever it may be.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then, I do quite a bit of traveling. I'm trying to do more, but that's a thing too, Find Mystery Girl, where's she gonna be next? So yeah, I just turned it into a little game. I remember the first time I did it, which I feel is really appropriate, was at a music festival called Mysteryland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was it's in upstate New York. They don't do it anymore, I guess, in the
What
United
type of music?
States. It's EDM. It's house
Okay,
music. It's one of those rave festivals. It was a big thing. It's worldwide, but they stopped doing it in the U.S. a couple of years ago, which is a bummer. But they did it upstate New York on the same grounds as Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
So I went, I'm Mysteryland, I'm Mystery Girl. I have to do something with this. I have to
Destined.
use this.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I went there. I worked press there. I interviewed a bunch of artists, and that was the first time I did the Find Mystery Girl game. And I'm no one's gonna care. This isn't gonna no one's gonna try to find me. And I was doing on I think at the time it was Snapchat, actually. When I had Snapchat, I don't anymore. But I was tagging the Mysteryland festival and Find Mystery Girl and passing out flyers, Find Mystery Girl. And I'm yeah, okay. And I'm walking through this festival, and people were literally Mystery Girl, Mystery Girl, because they were watching the snaps, and it was ending up in the Mysteryland snaps. So it was this big thing, and I was I'm famous guy. No, I'm just kidding. It was a bunch of fun, and then from then on, I was yeah, we should definitely make this a thing for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So, do you like doing interviews, at the radio station or on different sites?
That's a really good question. I can't really pick a favorite. There's pros and cons to both, you know? I like being in my own space and having people come into the space. They really love the space. You guys will see when you come by. It's a very there's
comfortable.
a vibe.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe. There's a whole vibe to that station. So people love being in there, and it's just, it's very comfortable, conversational. They're on my territory, which, is always better. But then at the same time, when we go to these festivals, it's energy. The energy's crazy, and we're running around and meeting new people and new artists, and people are who are you? Mystery Girl. Oh, tell me more. It's
People that are actually interested.
Exactly. So we get a whole different, it's just, they're two completely different vibes. So I love them. I can't really pick one. I love those children equally.
Yeah.
Can't pick a favorite child.
So, what are some of your favorite moments from Shut Up and Listen?
Oh man, I do still ask random questions, but I used to have a segment where it was random questions, and I would ask people outlandish things like if you were on a stranded island and you had to, this is really weird, don't judge me, but if you had to eat a celebrity to survive, what celebrity would you eat? You know what I mean? If you had to resort to cannibalism. Or I'll ask people if you could pick one for the rest of your life, you can taste food, but you can't feel sex. Or you can feel sex, but you can't taste food ever again. Which one would you pick? So I feel like I need to bring that segment back, like my random
That's
question
interesting.
segment. But I get people stuck a lot, so I should probably warn them before I ask those questions. But that was a lot of fun. But aside from that, just meeting all these artists and creatives in Connecticut, I would never cross paths with them or even hear their music, honestly,
Yeah.
if my ears weren't, focused on it the way that they are because I have the show. So it's just a lot of cool people, like personalities that come through. Yeah.
Meeting everybody that
Yeah.
is like you see through social media all the time.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and then meeting them in person too, because
Yeah.
you interact with people on social media all the time, and it's just really fun to like finally be like, it's you. Like
Yeah.
you've been showing me all this love. Like nice to meet you. Like you guys always show me love, so it was great to meet you guys.
Yeah,
too,
finally in
Yeah.
person.
So that's always just so much fun, and hearing, like, yeah, we've been seeing you, and I'm like, yeah, I've been seeing you, and it's like just this mutual
Yeah.
respect.
It's
yeah.
like friends that you've been friends with for a very long time, but really you just know them for the little bit of a couple months on Twitter. And that's it.
Exactly. So that's fun, yeah.
What about Mystery Mix? Can you talk about
Mystery
that?
Mix, yes, absolutely. The Mystery Mix, it's a little mini playlist. I'm going to call it mini because it's, nothing crazy, but it's a mini playlist that we start every show off with.
Yep.
So the name of the show is Shut Up and Listen and on WPKN 89.5. And we started off with the Mystery Mix segment. It's a playlist of up-and-coming artists. I pick, or my co-host, DJ Enigma picks. And yeah, we just have people submit music, and if we like your music, we'll play it. We don't have restrictions really on what we can play. So I'm like, if I like this song, I'm gonna play it.
Is it not just CT artists?
It's not. It's everywhere. We usually we focus for sure on CT because we're in Connecticut and we that's our people. But we get submissions from like everywhere. It's
Oh, I
kind
bet.
of crazy to me sometimes, like other countries like London and Africa and like just random
They
places.
see it as an opportunity.
Yeah, it's insane. Like Thailand and Paris, like just France, and just we get random submissions from all over like the place. So it's like so cool. I'm like, how are these people in Russia
Yeah.
hearing about me?
I got to find Mystery Girl.
Yeah, I know. It's and the music is very interesting. I will say that for sure from some of these countries.
Is it like a culture shock when you hear it?
Yeah, sometimes it is. I'm like, wow, what is this? And it's funny because we did also have a segment called Off the Beaten Path on the show where I was like, I'm going to play an Off the Beaten Path song every show where it's like something from a random place that you might not have heard. That kind of faded out too, but actually now that we're talking about it, I need to bring that back. Yeah, I have to bring that back. Yeah, for sure.
Just
So-
something out of the submissions that's totally left
just
field.
Totally left field, because I always say, and like I feel like some people get offended sometimes, like, why haven't you played my music yet? And most of it is because like we get so many submissions. It's like,
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten to your song yet. I'm working on it. I'm trying, but sometimes it's just not my cup of tea, and
Yeah.
that's okay though. I'm not like, your music's trash, his music's trash, her music's trash. I'm just like, not my thing. But
There might be a market for
someone might
someone
like
else,
it,
yeah.
and so especially if it's like something random, that's why I had the Off the Beaten Path. Like, not something I might listen to, but it's pretty random, and like
Someone might
it's
tune
a
in and
pretty
like
decent
it.
song. Yeah, exactly. And with that and the Mystery Mix, I started having guests come on, like guest producers and guest hosts.
Can you have
who-
like Dave Zombie on?
yeah, and
okay.
I would have them curate mystery mixes when they would come on, and that was my way of like, yeah, I pick what I like, and my co-host picks what he likes, and we'll play that in our mystery mix. But people like different things,
Yeah.
so when I have a guest come on, they bring me music. Some of it I like, and some of it I'm like, I would have never picked that, but you like that, and other people like it, so. That's my way of being like, let's just share it. Like, let's
Yeah.
share all of the music. Why not? It
That's
doesn't have to
sweet.
be everything I like, So, yeah.
So why is it so important to have CT radio stations playing CT music?
That's a great question. It's very important because we really have to support our own. A lot of people were talking about recently, like, Young M.A., and who else? Meek Mill, and I think a couple other people have been getting on social media and saying, like, Connecticut showed me love from the beginning. Connecticut showed me love when no one else showed me love. And a lot of people were saying, you know, we support other artists and help lift them up. You know, those people are famous now.
Yeah.
But imagine what could happen if we did that for our own artists. You know what I mean? And have somebody as popular as Meek Mill because we supported them in that way.
From the ground up.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think there's so much here. You know, your show, my show, other shows. There's so many platforms and opportunities. If we just all like came together and supported people, like we could have so many like CT artists, almost famous, if not famous at this point. I really, truly believe that.
Not just locally famous.
Yeah, exactly. Like famous, you know? So it's just, yeah, man, we just got to like band together.
So
like,
what's
make
the
it
next step
happen.
for us
I think
from our position?
that's a great question. I mean, I think we're doing everything we can. I think you have all these artists on and put the spotlight on them, and we bring, you know, as many people in as we can. I think we just really need to keep doing what we're doing.
Consistency.
Yeah, the consistency of it, and you know, showing up at the events. And sometimes that's tough. I mean, you guys are, you know, all the way up here, and I'm closer to things, and it's still hard for me to get to things sometimes because you have to prep for your show and
there's so
prep
much
for these artists coming in. So, I mean, there's a lot, but I think we're doing what we can.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So.
What was your favorite track that you got submitted to through the Mystery Mix?
My favorite track. I don't know if I can answer that.
Do you have like a top 3?
A top
that you didn't know going into it and you just heard it and you felt it.
I was like, oh, this is fire.
Yeah.
I can't pick like a specific track, but like I can give you some artists that like I really mess with. It's just like, yeah, somebody asked me the other day like my top 5 artists, and I was like, it's literally like picking a favorite child. And I was telling you, I'm always on the interviewer side of things. So I would ask people these questions like, tell me who your favorite artist is. And one day somebody asked it to me, and I was like, shit, like that's
I gotta think.
Yeah, that's like, it's like if I had children, I don't, but if I did have children, like that's like you're my favorite, you know, and I can't do that. But like as far as artist goes, Was I On Key? Always loved his stuff, like off rip. We were just talking about Kato's. We just played one of his. We actually just played one of his songs on my last Mystery Mix with DaBaby. He has DaBaby on it.
Colors, right?
Yeah, which is a big
Sounds
thing.
fire.
Yeah, amazing. He's always a trip to listen to.
Cool ass dude too.
Yeah, you know, Rook, Webby. I feel like I should. Kaylee Rose. I got to name some females. You know, I can't leave them out. She's really good. Who else? Sky Verbs is good. There's so many people. Am I like forgetting anybody? I'm like looking at my co-host. Like who else? Shout them out. Tell me. Yeah. Well, he's talking about CT though.
Well, you could go beyond CT.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know, my Doja Cat, but have you guys ever heard of Doja Cat? She's so dope. I love her. She's kind of basically famous now, though.
Oh, yeah. Viral.
Yeah.
The moo like a cow.
That moo thing. I have a video on my Instagram of me dancing to that song. And my photographer, shot by Tamrock, shout out, shameless plug, she gets so annoyed with me. 'Cause she's like, if I hear you play this song one more time, I'm done. Like, I can't.
Does she have new music out now?
Yeah, she does. She has so much music. She's so good. Like, I thought it was that viral thing, and I was like, oh, this is a bop, though. This is fire. And she's like, that's so stupid, though. And I'm like, but it's fire. But she just came out with a song with Rico Nasty. It's really,
I think
really
I did
dope.
hear that.
Yeah. It's called Tia Tamara. So I'm a big fan of hers. Yeah, you heard that. Yeah.
I went to Springfest up in like Boston.
Right.
And Rico Nasty was there.
Yeah. She's like, Tia Tamara.
She's
Tamara.
nice.
Who else? Oh, Coila Ray. I almost forgot Coila Ray. Yeah. Coila Ray. She's out of New Jersey, though.
Yeah.
She's super dope. And actually, somebody from Connecticut works with her, M. Dot. He's a producer in Connecticut.
Yeah.
He's on her team, I believe. So there's a connection there. Honey, we just interviewed at South by Southwest. Dublin. is a really good artist.
I know him.
One who I actually recently got introduced to at South by Southwest, and I was mad. I was like, how come I never heard your music before?
Yeah.
It's fire. Like the OTS Collective, which was Ian Key is a part of.
Okay,
But,
yep.
you know, those group of guys, Eddie Aday and Ray Mula, Ray Quiet, they're really good. They're a really solid group. Krillum, got to shout out Krillum. Always got to show love to the producer. But there's just, I could go on all day.
Yeah.
Like pretty much everyone I've had on my show, I think is fire. Because I will not bring you in. I will not bring you in if I don't think you're like of standard to be interviewed. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to bring in the talent.
Exactly. It's like I'm
Like
not
that.
going to sit here and, you know, humor you. Like if
Yeah.
I don't think it's good, it's, you know. But like I said, it's subjective. So, you know, it is what it is. But if I bring you in, it's because I like your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for
You
sure.
believe in the movement.
Exactly.
So you're also a multimedia journalist. Like you said, you went to South by Southwest. Can you talk about your favorite events and your favorite moments at these events?
Oh, sure. Mysteryland for sure was a fun one.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, Mystery Girl and
It just
Mysteryland.
tied in with the theme perfectly.
Yeah, for sure. So I had so much fun. I actually camped out at that
Okay,
one.
that's
So it was like a whole weekend event, and that was really good. I'm trying to remember who I interviewed there. My memory is trash, by the way.
Oh,
My
it's okay.
recall is terrible. A good thing for Mystery Girl though, because if I can't remember shit, I can't like really reveal too
Yeah,
much,
exactly.
I guess. But that one was so much fun. We've done the Meadows in New York. That was a blast. Governor's Ball, I love.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I like grass. I like festivals where there's space and grass and area, and Governor's Ball is definitely one of those. Yeah, again, I can never pick like a favorite. Comic-Con's always so much fun because
Yeah.
I dress up as my superhero version of myself.
Go into that a little bit more.
You know, I can't tell too much, but Mystery Girl is a superhero. She will be a superhero. You might, yeah, you know, you might see Mystery Girl on the pages of some stuff, fighting crime and stuff like that. Because why not? I feel like Mystery Girl is such a superhero name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's such a vigilante.
And it
of
just,
sorts,
it,
so.
it'll go perfectly.
Yeah, so I mean, I was, you know, saying you did your research because it's a kind of a hidden thing, but if you look just you can find it.
Yeah.
So you know, if people go on my website, mysterygirlradio.com, there are gems in there that aren't like outright like, oh, let me click this. You kind of have to dig a little bit, but you can find some stuff about that on my website if you just
If you
dig
do the
around a little
searching,
bit.
yeah.
Exactly, for sure.
But it's a mystery until then, right?
Yes, for sure.
All right. How about the Woman in the Industry series?
I'm really glad you're asking me about that.
This one was big for you.
Yeah, it was a big deal for me. So I called it WITI for short, short for Women in the Industry, and I really did it because I started to notice that it was really hard to find female artists to get on my show.
Yeah.
All these like male artists were submitting, and not that that's like a bad thing, but I'm like, I've had like 20 male artists in a row and haven't heard from any female artists. And then I'm like, let me go search for them. And it was really hard to come across them. Like I came across Honey at South by Southwest, but for some reason it's not as abundant, you know,
Yeah.
it's not there like it should be. So I started getting annoyed. I was like, I want to highlight women. Like women are in this industry too, and
There's a lot of
and
you
I'm a
guys.
woman
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
industry. So it's like crazy that I'm not I can't find these people. So I was like, I want to start this series strictly about women in the music and entertainment industry, and I just did, you know, season 1, I guess we could call it. It was 4 episodes, and they're all women from New York that I just came across, and I was like, oh, she'd be super dope for this series. So I was going back and forth to New York and interviewing these women, and you know, it's hard to like artists with their schedules and
Yeah.
stuff. Like this thing took forever. How long did this a year? Like, you know, aligning schedules, trying to interview them, shooting footage of them, editing it, meeting up with them again. Like it
Yeah.
was a long process. I didn't even expect it to take that long, but
It was worth it.
it was worth it. They're great people. I did a rapper named Latasha. She's dope.
Yeah.
Alicia, she's a producer. She plays bass. She's a DJ. She's worked with like all these dope people. She's worked with Anderson .Paak, Bootsy Collins. She was telling us during the interview that like Prince had wanted her to work with him, and you know, unfortunately, he passed away before that got to happen. But you know, she's really good. And then Adeline,
Yep.
another artist. She's a singer. She's like more of a funk disco
Yeah.
type
A
of
retro
vibe.
style.
Yeah, and then DJ Miss Milan, she's a DJ, and she's mainly hip hop, but she DJs everything
Yeah.
as well. So it was like women, they're all very different from each other. They were from different parts of New York. Like one was from Brooklyn, one was from Queens, one's in Manhattan, and they just had different stories, different backgrounds, and just like successful in the industry.
Yeah.
So I just really wanted to highlight that. So yeah, I was really proud of that.
That's
yeah.
sweet.
Hopefully, you know, we'll continue that. But
Have a season
as you
2.
know, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on always. So
Well, always nonstop, so
Yeah.
it's hard to like fit new things in.
exactly, for sure.
How about
yeah.
these music videos? You were in a couple.
I was in a couple
So there's Martin
back
Luther
in the
Boulevard.
day. Yes, Martin Luther Boulevard. Shout out to
Mar?
Mar.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
shout out to him. He's another great artist.
Is he from CD or is
He
out of
is
state?
from Connecticut.
Okay.
I want to say from Bridgeport even. Yeah, he's from Bridgeport, which is where the show's based out of, where
Mm-hmm.
I'm from. So I got to shout to him. He has a great energy too.
Yeah.
He is a dope person if you guys meet him. Yeah, so he asked me to be in the video. I was like, sure, of course, I got you. Why not? And that
Buy
was
a nice
lot
car.
of fun. Yeah, the cars. They had the cars, and they were just like, I'm like, all right, what do you guys want me to do? And they're just like, be you. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, I'm not doing no video host stuff though, guys. That's not my scene. I'm not twerking or nothing like that. And he's like, no. You're mystery girl. I don't want you to do that. I would never ask you to do that. Just be mystery girl. So I was just doing my like dad moves, you know, in the video. Like my mystery
That's
girl
very
dad
respectful.
moves. Yeah. But no, it was so much fun. Yeah. And then
There's Freebird with Izzy Velez.
there was Freebird with Izzy Velez.
That was on the
like,
boat, right?
Yeah, that was fun. That was so much fun. We shot scenes on a boat. It was a nice boat. It was a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
I was living my best life. And we also shot scenes in a helicopter,
Really?
which that was my first time in a helicopter.
How was that?
It was amazing. I'm a little bit of a daredevil.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it was a doors off too. Doors completely off.
I couldn't
Like
do it.
no doors, just open helicopter. And I
Looking
got
down.
to sit,
Oh.
yeah, I got to sit in the front seat with the pilot. And then Izzy, whose video was sat in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and the video director sat in the back. And Izzy he's scared of heights, I guess. So I'm like, how are you gonna shoot a music video on a helicopter and you're scared of heights, bro? Like, he's like back there freaking out, and I'm egging the pilot on to like do tricks and
Yeah.
stuff. And he loves it, so he's about it. So he's like, all right, and he's turning sideways, and we're going like side, and Izzy's like in the back yelling at me like, mystery girl, stop.
My stomach
And
would
I'm
be
like,
quenching.
do
then.
more. I'm like sticking my like arm out of the helicopter, and then the pilot's like, you wanna drive it? And Izzy's in the back like, no, she's not driving this helicopter. So no, that was so much fun. Yeah, it was a good time. And then we ended up in New York shooting scenes,
Oh,
you know, there on like a rooftop. So yeah, Mystery Girl made some cameos.
It was an experience.
It was.
Damn.
That one was my favorite for
Yeah.
sure. Like helicopter takes the cake
Yeah,
every time.
I can imagine,
Yeah.
especially being a daredevil.
Can't beat that at all. Yeah.
What about the 2001 behind the scenes shoot?
Oh yeah, that was fun too. That was Chris Webby, Annoyed, and Rook shot it. And yeah, we went there. We shot like a behind the scenes video. My photographer came with me. She got some dope pictures. And that was fun too. I wasn't in the video because, you know, Mystery Girl, sometimes I gotta hide in the shadows.
Stay in the background,
Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
hide in the shadows and be a creep. But no, yeah, we shot behind the scenes. That was interesting. You know, I feel like there's a story for everything, but
Yeah.
we're shooting this video. They like rented out the house, and the cops show up, and everybody freaks out. And because, you know, we're smoking, drinking,
Yeah.
the whole nine. And it was so freaking ridiculous. Everyone runs into like the kitchen, like which is in the back, and they're trying to hide. And I don't know how many people. How many people were in this house? Like 100. Like yeah, it was so many people
lot.
in this freaking house. Yeah, and the cops walk into the front door, and everyone's like, shh, like collectively 100 people are like, shh, and I'm standing like, guys, they can hear us. They can actually see us. Like, the jig is up. What do we,
Yeah.
you know, it's just funny when people are all like fucked up and they're just doing dumb shit, hiding in plain sight,
Yeah.
and the cops are right there. It's like, just act normal at this point. But they were cool, you know, they were like, all right, finish it up. You guys are being loud and obnoxious and neighbors are complaining. So, yeah, good times.
Little experience.
yeah, good times.
And now you have the travel vlog coming out.
I do.
You've been to Mexico, New York, Spain, and Hawaii.
Yes.
Where's the next spot?
Yes. Okay. You know what? I'm going to tell you the next spot because it's coming up. I'm going to Japan in a few weeks.
Interesting.
Yes, you get the exclusive on that.
Cool. Why is that?
Why am I going to Japan?
Yeah.
That's been on my bucket list. Tokyo has been on my bucket list forever.
Really?
And
You into anime?
I love anime.
Okay, yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. Like, I feel like that's like the mainstream anime, but like, whatever. I
Everybody
love it.
has their pick,
Inuyasha,
yeah.
like that was like my jam back in the day. I was a huge anime fan. And I was like, Mystery Girl has to go to Tokyo. I feel like that's a great market
Yeah.
for what I'm doing. They love shit like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll do my marketing, you know, ads on Instagram. And one of the I'll just test out Japan to see like the feedback I get. And a lot of love I get is from Japan.
Really?
Yeah, they love shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta go to Japan, dress up in like my superhero shit, you know, and like
just walk around the
just
streets.
walk around and see what happens for sure.
They'll think you're a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous because you know you go somewhere new, you don't know the language, but
Yeah.
I just kind of free ball it, let the balls hang out and navigate that way.
Just
yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So no, I'm trying to get that. I have a video out, you know, Find Mystery Girl in Spain, and I hit a couple of spots in Spain, and after that I went to Hawaii and we did a bunch of stuff.
Which
there.
one was your favorite?
I'm gonna put Hawaii on there right now because I
Okay.
went skydiving there, and that was my first time ever going skydiving.
You really are a daredevil.
I am. I live for this shit. I'm like, my co-host / manager has to make sure I stay alive so
Yeah.
that this thing keeps going. And he's always like, please don't like just jump out of a plane and kill yourself. Cause I just do random shit.
What are you gonna
like
do
that.
in Tokyo? Like,
I don't know. Well, okay. I mean, I'm doing some dangerous things. I don't think as dangerous as jumping out of a plane, but I'm doing like a go-karting thing
Yep.
where but you like go-kart in the streets of Tokyo,
Okay, I
which
have seen that,
isn't
yeah.
necessarily probably the safest thing.
but it's
like,
still
fuck
good
it.
footage.
I always say if I'm gonna go, I would love to go doing something fun, and it's great footage too.
Content.
I mean, that'd be crazy content if I did go and that video was on. But I'm just saying, you know, I hope my manager and photographer and family make some money off of it at the least.
Facts.
Like, you know, exploit me. It's okay, guys.
He's like, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, I will. It complete
already got that
permission.
planned.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, come on.
It's in your contract. You just glanced
Exactly.
over
It's
it.
just a little line in the contract. Yeah, for sure.
So where can people get the gear?
The gear, mysterygirlradio.com. Right now, we have, you're familiar with the logo, I know,
Yep.
because you did your research. You're on
Of
top
course.
of shit here. But yeah, the Radiohead, and that's actually me. I had
Okay.
this girl, I sent her a picture of me,
Mm-hmm.
and her whole thing is she puts inanimate objects on bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted a logo, and she's like, how would I put a radio on you? And I'm like,
That's
do
perfect.
fucking do it. Perfect. Do it now. So she's like, send me a picture of you. I sent her a picture of me like posing.
Yeah.
And she paints this whole thing by hand, dude. Like painted
Really?
the radio, like amazing. And that's my logo. So right now we have shirts, white t-shirts and black t-shirts with the Mystery Girl Radio logo on it. Yeah, so mysterygirlradio.com is where people could get that. But shout out to Kelly Gillerin. I have to give her a shout out. She's the one who
Does she
who
have an
painted it.
Instagram or Twitter?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's Kelly Gilleran on Instagram, Gilleran, and then her website I'm pretty sure it's kellygillerin.com.
Okay.
But she's so dope. She's
People
so
should
dope.
check her out.
Yeah, for sure. Check her out. She's an amazing artist. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
What's next? Okay, I'll be slightly elusive about this
Yes.
because I can't give away too much. But I mean, you kind of hinted at the comic
Yep.
thing because, you know what's good over there.
coming.
So, like I said, Mystery Girl will be a superhero sooner than you think. You also might hear my voice in other capacities aside from on the radio.
Which we hope too soon.
Yeah, I'll leave that there. Just, basically building this thing up into a household name,
Yeah.
worldwide thing. I'm not just trying to be stuck in radio. I got Mystery Gear, Mystery Girl Radio, Find Mystery Girl travel vlog. I want this to be across the board branded in
Yeah.
every category I can get my hands on. So
Making your way to Tokyo.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's always a move. It's like
Yeah.
vacation is never just vacation. It's like, what can I do to push the brand at the same time, even if
Of
I'm
course.
just chilling. So yeah,
But that's the cool thing with the brand is you get to do that while you're chilling.
exactly.
The beauty of
I
it.
know who I am. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years?
Ooh, I like that question a lot. Okay, 1 year. I hope I'm rich and famous in 1 year. I was asked a question on a podcast actually at the Breed Weekend, and they said, would you rather be famous and poor or rich and unknown? And I was like, I would totally be rich and unknown because you can have the money and make yourself famous.
Yeah.
But what's the point of being famous if you're poor? Then everybody knows what, here's that famous poor girl
Yeah.
that just can't do anything. So I always say first, I want to be successful. I don't like to say I want to be famous. I want to be successful. I want to have enough money where I can make happen what I want to happen. If fame comes with that, cool. I'm Mystery Girl. I'm a personality, so that's part of it too. And then the whole Nipsey Hussle thing too.
Yep.
I feel like changed a lot of people in the sense, or got a lot of people really thinking well, what else am I doing? What else am I trying to contribute? And that's always been my thing. I've always said, when I get there, I'm going to help all these people and I'm going to donate to all these charities and
Yeah.
I'm going to, extend the olive branch to all these people. And him passing, really got me thinking, well, why can't I start helping people now?
You
Even
got a
if it's
platform.
not financially,
Yeah.
if it's in the smallest way. And, we do what we can in terms of shining a light on these people, but, just helping the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to start doing that.
Giving
So,
back.
Yeah. So, 1 year, I hope I'm rich and famous. 5 years, I hope I'm rich and famous. In 10 years, I hope I'm still rich and famous.
Keep
I
on
hope in
going.
10 years, I'm retired and just
Relax.
laying in a bath of money somewhere,
Got
just
a,
saving the
mojito or
world in my
something.
bath of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my shades on, of course. Yeah.
Perfect. Always with the shades.
Always with the shades.
No matter what.
People are like, do you sleep with them? I'm like, absolutely, I sleep with them. I shower with these things, man. This is
Do you ever put
lifestyle.
on a new pair?
These are my signature pair. People recognize me from these shades, but I have so many pairs of sunglasses. It's when you have a closet full of clothes,
Yeah.
and you're like, I have nothing to wear, and you wear the same thing all the time, but you have all these fucking clothes you can wear. That's how I'm with the shades. I'm like, I need to switch it up because I have some really dope shades. So I've been trying to wean myself off of these, but these are my babies. These are what I started with. So it's
Has
kinda
anybody in your team seen you without your glasses?
hard. Never. No one has ever
that
seen
true?
me without them.
Oh.
No, they might have. These guys might have. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Takes them off. Just walking around.
No, people always ask, have you ever seen Mr. And they're always like, no, never. And then they're like, you guys are fucking full of shit. There's no way that these guys haven't. So, yes, my whole team of 2 people have seen me without my shades
Yeah.
on, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like that. So, any more shout outs before we end today's
Oh my
interview?
God, do I have to? Just my co-host DJ Enigma, my photographer Shot by Tamrock. I would shout out all the artists, but if I start going, I'll never stop. And then if I forget someone's going to be upset. So
Everyone.
everyone will be upset. So I'll just say this. If you want to see all the artists I fuck with, go on mysterygirlradio.com, or my YouTube is Mystery Girl Radio. My SoundCloud is everything's Mystery Girl Radio. All those artists that I've interviewed, like come in and do a mystery mix, had on the show, all that stuff. I fuck with all those people.
Great.
So that's my like shout out. That's my way of shouting everyone out without leaving anyone out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me. I want to
This
shout you guys out, honestly.
Thank
You guys always show love, and I feel like that's super important for other platforms to also support
That's the
other
goal.
platforms. And I've always appreciated that. So
course.
shout out to The Breakthrough. That's my last
Thank you
shout
so
out.
much.
Yes, I'm glad to be here, and thank you for having
Well,
me.
I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
So this ends season 7, episode 5. Thank you. Have a good